introduce you on my right from Wakefield, former amateur champion, Ray Steele. It's also my pleasure to introduce you on my left from Salford Lands, we have Johnny South. Your referee for this contest, Mr. Ernest Baldwin of Wakefield.
Hello again, grapple fans, and once again we welcome you to the St. George's Hall, Bradford, for another freestyle session of freestyle wrestling. Heavyweight contest starts it off. Ray Steele at 15 stone nowadays, taking on Johnny South, exactly the same weight. Both men identical weight now. More about them as we start round one.
Taking away round one.
So this is a 6-5-minute round contest. One fall. The first fall decides the bout. Ray Steele in the dark trunks versus Johnny South. Ray Steele from Tingley, Yorkshire. Johnny South from Salford in Lancashire, actually from Broughton. Both exactly 15 stone. And the referee, Ernest Baldwin. Johnny South with those light blue trunks, and of course the tattoo marks on his arms will help identify. The last time we saw Ray Steele, he was taking very great care about this right knee of his, which is still heavily bandaged this afternoon. I don't know whether he's still worried about it. He doesn't seem to be, the way he's taking those throws. We have a program of 3 heavyweight contests here this afternoon. Followed by the Steve Veeder, Bob Abbott bout, and then of course we got Count Bartelli and Johnny Chesloff, which could be, to say the least, pretty entertaining. Bridge to South. Getting up from it successfully. Steele might have met his match here, despite his tremendous potential. He's not going to find this man, Johnny South, so easy at all. Just a couple of minutes left in this first round. 6 rounds, remember, 1 full to decide. Just a double-handed wrist lever, keeping South down there. Tries another bridge, but turns beautifully into it, and eventually manages to escape. I think that if Johnny South tried that to the other leg, it could cause a lot of trouble to Ray Steele. So less than a minute now. With half a minute to go in this first round of 6, we nearly caught the bout over then. Steele had managed that tremendous double arm he was holding, one with his legs and one with his arm. Almost got the shoulder press from him. Double wrist lock behind the backhammer position on the bell of round 1. Just a couple of seconds. Ray Steele from Tingley, Yorkshire, 15 stone of him now. Gone up quite a bit since we first saw him on television in June 1970 when he weighed 13 stone 8. But that's one of his ambitions, is to come up through the weights. He seems to have been doing so. He's certainly reached the heavyweight class now. Ray Steele perhaps with more potential than most of the newcomers in the heavyweight division. The promoters tell me that they have great hopes of this guy, maybe even taking a title one day.
Taking away round 2.
Round 2, 5 rounds to go. No score, of course, because this is a 1-fall bout. His preliminary contest at heavyweight. Ray Steele, Tingley, Yorkshire. Johnny South, Salford, Lancashire. A War of the Roses here for a preliminary bout. The first fall decides the contest. Headlock and strangle for Steele. So far, that right knee not worrying him at all. Well, not apparently so. But in it again, he's right in that headlock and strangle once more. Nicely out the second time, much more spectacular escape. And he's got the arm lever against the joint, held with the legs. Still Ray Steele's left arm in trouble there. Finally out. And ropes. That was purely unintentional. Johnny South just unable to let go in that backhand position of Ray Steele's leg. Not intentional holding it at all. The referee knew it. And the figure 4 leg lock with the bar through to South. Still that bar through. South. And the splits counter. Must be able to get out of it now. He has. Goes straight up for the head. So far, Ray Steele concentrating on the headlocks and his opponent concentrating on the leg locks. But generally, it's on Steele's left leg that South goes for the lock. The not bandaged one. straight fingers the third time. Oh, beauty.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Just 1 minute left to get round two. Steele looking a wee bit angry after that. Hence the knee. And he's very angry. He does get a little bit temperamental, Ray Steele. This might be one of the occasions. Half a minute, and again the heel of the wrist. Forearm, back elbow. And the fingers very near the mouth. I'm not sure. And the referee doesn't like it either. Again, just where those fingertips are. 8 seconds. South. First saw him also in 1970, so he's a comparative newcomer from Salford, or from Broughton actually, which I understand is very near. A couple of years amateur experience at the Barton Athletic Club near Warrington. He turned pro in 66 full-time, joined joint promotions in 69 after a year or two with the opposition. He played rugby league for Salford Juniors at one time, could have been a pro. On 3, 4 rounds to go. No score because 1 fall decides this preliminary contest at heavyweight. Ray Steele versus Johnny South. And here at the St. George's Hall, Bradford, everybody really enjoying this preliminary bout. The first of 3 heavyweight contests this afternoon's program. Crossbody from Steele. Arm lever held with Steele's left leg there, left knee, but not against the joint as much as it could be. And your guess is as good as mine. What's happening there? It's a side headlock ground position, but South has escaped from that arm lever. Figure 4 head scissors to Johnny South. Johnny South in the lighter trunks, the long sideburns. And the tattoo marks on the forearm.
Come on,
Attempted to punch then to get out of that painful toe hold he's in. And it's the headlock and strangle to South this time. Oh, beautiful leg trip. And he still got him. South really fell for that one. Nicely manipulated and going again for that. Almost a single leg Boston. Leg lock. And South would love to reach a rope here to get out of trouble, but he's right in the center of the ring. And it's a 1-fall contest. So 1 fall or 1 submission, and he's had it. There's the single leg Boston again around the back of the neck. It's not an official Boston, but it's the same effect. Couple of minutes to go in this 3rd round, and there is the single leg Boston, a full Boston. Full Boston crowd to Steele. And South towards the ropes. And it's South now getting a little angry. And it looked very like a punch, but the referee was there. A wee bit early. South taking over for the moment. Oh, yes. Timed it fairly well. South can't wait to get at it. 1 minute to go, and South really taking over this end of this third round. Caught beautifully again, but he's over the top of the floating press, and a beauty from the side. But he hasn't held it. No, the left shoulder blade, South's left shoulder blade clear. So near. Beautiful move. And it's half a minute to go. So nearly the winner for Steele there, when his opponent's been dictating the last 2 minutes of this bout, of this round. 8 seconds. Bit after the bell there. His opponent complains to the ref, but the referee puts it down to unintentional striking as the bell goes. There he is, Ray Steele, who had his nose broken and right eye cut with 5 stitches in his third professional fight. That was against Leon Aris. And of course he was brought into the wrestling by the European welterweight champion Alan Colbeck, who now is turning referee slowly. We sometimes see him as a ref, but he's the man that started this fella, Ray Steele, off. On 4, 3 rounds to go. 1-4 decides this bout. Ray Steele, Johnny South. There he is, South on the canvas in the light trunks. The blonde-haired Ray Steele so far doesn't seem to have had any trouble with that right knee, which has caused him trouble in the last week or two. Doesn't seem to be shown up so far today. Check, and a lady at ringside trying to help Steele get up. Taken over the top of the cross press, and South could have him here, but no, thrown off. There he is. Oh! South timed that well. And so Steele going for almost a pile driver there, but changes it to a reverse double knee hold and nearly brings off the 1-4 required. But still can't quite get it. Both men have had their chances in this bout. Neither of them been able to take them right through to the count of 3. Double arm stretch now to Ray Steele. Ray Steele, who won the intermediate light heavyweight title of Great Britain as an amateur. A pretty good amateur record. It only lasted for 2 years. public warning.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny South received his first public warning.
Public warning, Johnny South. Quite unnecessary, that. And now Steele really angry. And the uppercut's coming up. Yes, so beautiful. And the knee. Couple of minutes to go in the fourth. And South to the attack once more. That left arm of Steele underneath there, curling with the joint. No real trouble for him. Finger in a lock. South starting it. Whip, but still holding onto the hand. Doesn't release. Double-handed wrist lever now to South. South again taking over at the moment. His forearms not landing right. Steele. One of them must have his South's lips bleeding pretty badly. And some neck stretch, but not enough to try a submission count. 1 minute to go in the fourth. That drop kick now is, that won't help the bleeding lip. He's already bleeding. And that won't help the situation at all. Airplane spin, but he wants to go that way. The body slam will follow, maybe. There it is. The follow down. Now he's too giddy to get up, surely, and Steele must have it. Yes, he's got it. Just 4.5 minutes into round 4. Steele the winner by the 1-4 required. Ernest Lofthouse, our MC, to announce it.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. After 4.5 minutes of the fourth round, a pinfall with an airplane spin to a body press,